Be interesting to see how they come out. Bercier trying to dance around a little bit, try to get back in that kind of boxer, light on his feet stance that he had.
Both these guys happy.
Come out for the third round.
Bercier going for that takedown again, this time for a single. Almost in, yeah, these guys head on the outside into a high crotch almost.
And just to get him down.
Guy guillotine, I can't really tell how tight it is. Doesn't have his hands locked
his hands
up.
Aren't locked, but yeah. Bercier doesn't look too thrilled by it, but doesn't look too worried either. He's just going to try to pull that hand off and then get into top position.
You know, Teague's on the wrong hip in this one right now, so yeah, the head pops, it just pops out.
He's got like a body triangle going there almost from the bottom.
And now back to the feet on the hips with the open guard. You know, Teague is constantly threatening with those submissions.
Yeah, it's true, and it's usually a sequence of movements too. He'll do that hip escape, and then there's something else in the works too. There's usually 2 or 3 things that he's doing at a time, so looking good from the bottom.
Yeah, he definitely likes to set up his takedowns. He's going for the armbar again.
Roll those legs up, and Bercier doesn't really have an answer for that. It doesn't seem like, you know. He hasn't caught him with it yet, but he's using it to gain position. I wonder if he almost should just try to sweep or use it to get up.
Yeah, use it to stand up or you know, pass. So he's going for it again. This time Bercier passes, but going for a triangle again. You know, he's got to break that posture and keep control of the head. Bercier is doing a good job of keeping that nice, good base and that strong posture. But
that's nice lock up there. That was perfect. He's listening to his corner really well there. They were telling him to use his other hand to pull that foot in, and he went ahead and did it. And the triangle is definitely tighter already.
Yeah. You know, you can see the little, well, that space that I was about to point out is gone. So hopefully, you know, Bercier is going to have to work from here unless this is already too tight. He does cut a little bit more of an angle so he doesn't burn his legs out and allows Bercier to keep posturing. He's got a nice posture, so.
Bercier able to work back and forth and create some space for himself there. Not really in any danger of being either having his air or his blood cut off there. Smith going for that armbar again.
Armbar again. And he needs to extend those hips or else, and he gets out.
I'd just like to see him scramble at that point and try to get up.
Yeah. And he goes back for that triangle and trying to get his guard back. He needs to turn his hips in just a little bit more. Pop that arm through all the way. You know, Bercier's not really threatening too much anymore. He might be a little bit gassed and a little bit perplexed by all the submission attempts, not expecting.
Entirely possible. Every time he actually seems to make some headway and try to drop some punches, Teague either catches with another armbar or locks in that triangle again. Yeah. Bercier still maintaining top position though.
And still staying, once again, really active. He wants that armbar. He needs to, he needs to turn in the legs and probably try and flip him over because Bercier is not going down without a fight. And into a cradle position into side control and the partial.
Go for a leg lock there maybe too. He let go of the arm and sort of went for the leg, and Bercier just used that to get back in the top position.
Yeah, he needs to pick one or the other. Butterfly into full guard. Full guard.
1 minute and 30 seconds left in this third and final round.
Bercier is trying to, do just enough. It seems like to squeak out this third round.
It's true. He's not able to break out of there. He's not able to pass or do anything. Every time he tries to make any kind of position advantage, Teague catches him in something else almost. So I'd like to see Teague try to get up and do something else to try to win this fight. But so far, Bercier has managed to maintain top position. Like you say, tough to see what the judges are going to look for. Same thing again. Spins out, gets one hammer fist in, and then here we go with the triangle again.
Yeah, hopefully these submission attempts are going to play a part on the judges' scorecards. It's sad to see that if someone's on bottom, they're automatically losing. And lots of these good jiu-jitsu guys are showing different, in my opinion. These guys work hard off their back. Guard doesn't have to be a defensive position. It can be offensive, and you can win fights off your back.
And despite being in top position for, most of the last 2 rounds, Teague doesn't look like he's been punched once yet. He hasn't been able to inflict any damage.
He's a little bit of a cut there, but it's almost like he was landing harder shots off his back than Bercier was on top. Teague's once again this triangle, just a little bit too much space. You can see too much shoulder and back on that triangle, and 10 seconds left. So it should be interesting to see what the judges have been looking for in this fight.
Hard to say, but a spirited effort from both of those guys in there, and a show of class. He helps him up there. Teague looks a little disappointed. Bercier raising his hand in victory. Hard to say how that's going to go, but I would probably say that the takedowns would probably, win the day. He didn't actually, he wasn't like in total control with any of those submissions. So,
no, and it really goes down to what the judges are looking for. If you're looking for striking, grappling, aggression, you can definitely give, I think, the grappling and the aggression to Teague. Cage control as well. Striking Bercier in the takedowns depends on how much the takedowns have played into this fight.
And again, it's all well and good if you can take that position, but if you're not able to actually do anything from there, then what is it actually worth? Well, again, the only thing I could say is maybe Teague could have tried to stand up there a couple of times just to try and advance, but then again, he was doing very well off his back, so maybe he felt like getting to his feet would have put him at a disadvantage.
Yeah. So in my opinion, it's a very close fight, just due to the fact both guys brought something different to the table, and both were decently active. Both can make a case for win that fight.
Well, it's like the story of our night tonight. This clash of styles has been going on almost every fight so far, and probably even going to intensify for our later fights.
Judges right now are just tallying up all the scores. Bercier doing a little dance right now. We're going to see him going at that pace during the fight instead of just hanging around in the guard.
It's good to see one of our judges too during that fight just actually got up and came over closer to the cage to see how tight that submission was. Wasn't able to see it from his chair, and made sure that he was able to get in there and score it properly. So good to see some activity, some work on the part of our judges too.
Yeah, and that's nice to see. Judges actually looking to see how close submission attempts were, everything.
And it looks like they've rendered their verdict. We'll go now to Dean Panis for the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to our judges for the scores. Judge Cole argues scores at 29-28 for Vince Bercier. Judge Len Koivisto scores at 30-27 for Teague Smith. And Judge Adam Mason scores at 29-28 for your winner by split decision, Vince Bercier. Right Fight fans, I'm here with the winner of the fight, Vincent Bercier. Vincent, that was 3 rounds of non-stop ground action. A lot of submission defense going on. Both you guys had a lot of submissions cut in. I know in the first round you had a Kimura sunk in pretty deep that I thought the fight would end. He was able to get out of that. In the next 2 rounds, he seemed to be defending the triangle.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that guy has a lot of heart, man. I respect that.
Now, like I said, a lot of submission defense going on. With that Kimura sunk in, was it, you guys are both long limbs, lanky. The flexibility seemed to be there for him, because I thought that arm at one point was almost broke.
Flexibility, yeah. Heart, too. And, man, before I came into this fight, I felt heavy. I felt tired. I didn't feel my 100%, but that Miss Smith, man, a lot of heart. And like I said, I respect him.
Well, your winner after 3 great rounds and some great submission defense, Vincent Bercier.